Hey guys, it's Shannon. So I did a project a couple days back. I will insert a picture here and link it below as well. It is a Dollar Tree project, and the inside of that pumpkin actually came out, and it had a really cute red truck on it. So I wanted to do something with that as well, not let it go to waste. So this is sort of a two-in-one type project. You spend $1 and you get two projects out of it. So let's get started with this faux shiplap red truck Dollar Tree project. So here's a look at that pumpkin red truck item that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. This is why I sort of migrated and grabbed it, because this is too pretty. I really like that. I just really don't like all this glitter going on. So now for this piece, I'm actually going to take my sandpaper here and sort of grind down the glitter so that it's not so raised. The adhesive that they use to apply the glitter with makes it stand up and out from the board, which I don't want. So I'm going to use just a piece of sandpaper and hand sand down the edges as well as this happy fall so that all of it will be nice and flat with this truck as the background. Now I have as much of the glitter as I could get sanded off without destroying it too bad, and wiped it down real good. I'm gonna go in with a couple smaller paintbrushes in my white chalk paint and just kind of outline the truck and paint the rest of it white, the whole background white. So I actually gave this 3 coats of white chalk paint to cover up that background, and I used a foam paintbrush to smooth it all out because this paintbrush was leaving a little bit too much lines for me, brush lines for me. So now I want to define the edge of this truck a little better because it looks a little bit sloppy. So I'm going to use a really thin paintbrush and my gray chalk paint to just outline this and give it a little bit more of a finished look. Now that my gray outline has dried, I'm going to give this the look of sort of a faux shiplap. And all I need to do that is a ruler and a Sharpie marker. You could also use paint if you'd like. And then I'm going to go back in and add some wording up here. I'm going to use a stencil, a contact paper stencil. If you don't want to do a stencil or can't create your own stencil, you can use a Sharpie marker and sort of just hand draw on your own design, or I will have that stencil available in my Etsy shop if you are interested in that and want to recreate this for your own home. To get that faux shiplap look, I'm just using the width of my ruler and drawing lines with the Sharpie along each edge and using that as a guide as I go along. And I'm also making sure not to draw lines through the truck so that it looks like the shiplap is the background. And here's a look at the contact paper stencil I spoke about earlier that you can find in my Etsy shop. There's no top transfer sheet, so you just peel the contact paper off of the backing, apply it, and then go back and add the centers of the letters that didn't transfer along with it. Next, I added 2 coats of black chalk paint before removing the stencil. Here's a look at the before again. Had a little bit too much glitter for me, even though it was still pretty cute. Now it has a much more modern, updated farmhouse look. I have this new sign styled on the coffee table as a centerpiece, and it's surrounded by some natural pumpkins and burlap and farmhouse garland, and it all really comes together to help showcase this new sign. We keep the tradition of going to the pumpkin patch each fall season to pick our pumpkins straight out of the pumpkin patch. And I'm curious to know, do you also go to the pumpkin patch or the farmer's market or a produce store or a department store? Let me know down in the comments below. I hope this tutorial inspired you. Make sure to give it a thumbs up for me. You can also share with your friends and family and inspire them too. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I do DIY tutorials every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys!